Hi friends, I welcome you all in this exciting training session being conducted by TNV Academy. Let me explain you that what we'll be covering in this session. In today's session, we'll be covering the following clauses: 7.2 Competence, 7.3 Awareness, and 7.4 Communication. The above requirements are under the main clause 7 Support of ISO 9001-2015. Now let me tell you what the key learnings take away from this session. At the end of this session, you will be able to understand what is competence and how it is achieved in the organization, why training and awareness is important for employees, what are the types of communication required for implementation of quality management system. So let's begin our discussion regarding clause 7.2 Competence. Competence is the ability to apply the knowledge and skills learned in educational institutions. What we learn in institutions is the knowledge and skills in the field of study. These need to be applied in the industry suitably to achieve the objectives. The ability to apply them suitably is known as competence. This can be only acquired through practical experience in the industry. Clause 7.2 of ISO 9001-2015 states that the organization shall determine the necessary competence of persons doing work under its control that affects the performance of quality management system. Ensure that the persons are competent on the basis of appropriate education, training, or experience. Where applicable, take actions to acquire the necessary competency and evaluate the effectiveness of actions taken. Retain documented information as evidence of competence. When a person joins the organization, he is a novice or beginner. He or she is put under an experienced person as a trainee. He or she starts to learn competencies on the job through training, coaching, mentoring by seniors, slowly starts to carry out the activities independently, and then goes on to become an expert, and he will be in a position to train others. The journey from a beginner to expert in a particular field is the competency one is gaining in the organization. Now let us discuss the clause 7.3 Awareness. Awareness of standard requirements and about the quality policy are imparted to employees through induction training when they join and on a practical and on a periodical basis. Hence, this clause is very much related to the previous clause 7.2 Competence, where training requirements are addressed. Clause 7.3 of ISO 9001-2015 states that the organization shall ensure that persons doing work under its control are aware of the quality policy, relevant quality objectives, their contribution to the effectiveness of the quality management system, including benefits, improved performance, and the implication of not conforming with the QMS requirements. Employees must be aware of how their individual performance impacts the quality management system and its objectives. They must be understanding the implications of positive or improved performance and poor performance may be on the quality management system. When awareness and quality policy is given to employees, everyone in the organization understands and internalize the policy by letter and spirit rather than memorizing it verbatim as a lip service. Finally, let us discuss about the clause 7.4 Communication. This clause includes both internal and external communication about the quality management system. Processes for internal and external communication need to be established within the quality management system. The clause 7.4 of ISO 9001-2015 states that the organization shall determine the internal and external communication relevant to quality management system, including on what it will be communicating, when to communicate, with whom to communicate, how to communicate, and who communicates. The communication in the organization should happen through proper channel. Otherwise, there will be chaos and confusion in the organization. Customer communication is done by sales and marketing departments. Supplier communication is done by purchase materials departments. Employee communication is done by human resource department, etc., etc. Two types of communications are available in the organization. Internal communication with the employees through mail, meetings, notice boards, annual get-together, etc., etc. External communication with suppliers for raw material, products and services. with customers for product quality, price, service, etc., with government agencies for legal and other statutory requirements. Friends, I hope you are clear with the requirements of class 7.2, 7.3 and 7.4 of ISO 9001-2015 with regard to resources. Now we will learn about the mandatory documents that an organization has to maintain while meeting the requirements of the above classes 7.2, 7.3 and 7.4. There are mandatory documentary requirements for competence under class 7.2. All training records as a means of providing competency to be retained by the organization. For awareness and communication, there are no mandatory documentation requirements. However, it is not practicable for an organization to operate without having to keep documentary evidence of imparting awareness to employees and communicating to relevant stakeholders. Dear friends, we have now come to the conclusion of this training session. I hope you will all must have understood the requirements and concepts that fall under the classes 7.2, 7.3 and 7.4 of ISO 9001-2015. See you soon with an exciting new topic. Till then, it's me signing off. Goodbye and thank you.